Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, where we discuss all things Manchester United. People, why is that? There we go. What is going on here? StreamYard be playing up, but we're here, people. Rating Manchester United's transfer window, with the window now being shut. So we'll be looking at this from two perspectives. We'll be looking at the incomings into the club and also the outgoings as well. But please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related, please, people. Make sure you do both of those things. Yeah, StreamYard, that's switch some stuff around. But we're here. Make sure you run up the likes first and foremost. Whether you're watching this live right now, watching this back after, hit the like button on the video. It's super important you do that. Make sure you share this out across all of the socials as well. Yes, it's flawless at Sarcasm City TV. That's at Sarcasm City TV. At Yes, it's flawless on Twitter and Instagram. So make sure you do that. And on top of those two things, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, people. So hit the like button, share across all the socials, subscribe, Sarcasm City TV. Big up to Real King in the chat. Big up Vikran as well. Big up Ghana in the cut. Also, big up Das Gaming, Benny, Sai. Shouts to all the silent watchers as well. Rafe, big up to everyone in the chat. And Das Gaming says, flawless, how much money did we make off window? How much money did we make this window off of sales? Quite a lot. We did very, very, very good business. It's being slept on and it's going under the radar, but Manchester United's business in this window has been very, very good. And that's one thing I've praised this new ownership for. When it comes to incomings and outgoings, they've got it pretty much spot on. They have, in particular, the outgoings. To get that much money for all of those players who really none of us rate is incredible. You look at the Højlund deal, you look at the Garnacho deal, you look at the Antony deal. They even managed to get Sancho out on loan at 80% of his wages off the book. The Rashford deal as well. Like, it is phenomenal. That was the five, right? Yeah. It was Højlund, Garnacho, Rashford, Sancho, Antony. That was the five. And I think we got in total, obviously, the Højlund deal was only the 6 million euros, but it'll be 50 million euros, so like 42 million pounds in total. It will be once the deal gets done next year. But to get 50 million for him or 40 million for him, 40 million for Garnacho, potentially is it like 30, 40 million for Rashford, 20 million for Antony, and then 80% of Rashford's wages off the books. Phenomenal. So all those people who are like, who are going to sign these players and word to Beijing pops? Every pot has a cover. As bad as we think players are, there's managers and coaches and clubs who look at them and go, I can do something with this player. So in regards to that, we did the business. Incomings is where the problem lies, because we didn't. It's not that the players we signed were bad. We just didn't do enough. And I have a major issue with that. I'd rather we sign players to address issues but fell short. But the fact we didn't address certain issues was terrible. And the fact we didn't address issues earlier as well. Everybody knew what Manchester United needed from before last season finished. And the fact that we didn't address it sooner is such a big problem. I have a major issue with that. Major issue with it. It's like, do you actually want to get better? We're coming off an absolute disaster of a season, and there's no wholesale changes. There should be instantly wholesale changes, and there was not. Yes, Cunha, great deal, and Bremo, great deal. Sesko, unknown, but at least you went out there and got a striker. So I'm like, okay, you're at least trying to address the issue. Attack pattern, because we struggled to score goals. Everyone can talk about what's more important. It was all equally as important, because even if we would have sorted out the midfield, our attack was dreadful. So therefore, that had to be addressed. Our midfield had to be addressed, which they didn't. Our goalkeeping situation needed to be addressed, which they did. But I don't like how late it was, and I don't like how it seemed like a last resort. I know nothing about Lamens. Maybe Lamens is an absolutely phenomenal goalkeeper, and he's here for the next 10 to 15 years, and we'll look back at it and go, great deal. That might happen. However, if you rate him that highly, why do you leave it till the last day of the window? It's not like he wasn't a big transfer fee. He wasn't on big wages, and there was no issues dealing with Antwerp. There was nobody else in for him. So if you rate him that highly, I'm talking about from the club perspective, why is he not instantly, all right, let's go get him? Opening day of the window, opening week of the window, we need a goalkeeper. Let's go and get him. Because the thing is, the price you're signing him at, the age you're signing him at, he could be a number 2 goalkeeper. He's, like I said, you've not signed him for big money and he's not on big wages. And we need 2 goalkeepers anyway. So if you are that high on him and you rate him that highly, why would you not go get him instantly and you give yourself the rest of the window to potentially go get a Donnarumma, for example? He's gone to Manchester City, but I'm just using Donnarumma as an example. A more seasoned goalkeeper, a more experienced goalkeeper. Why not Emi Martinez? Why not both of them? Why not go and get Lemens and go and get Emi Martinez? So then you've got your competent, solid Premier League goalkeeper, and then you've got your youngster. Why not? Emi Martinez wasn't that much. I believe it was like 30, 40 million, something like that. Was on not big wages, but was on big wages for a goalkeeper. But then again, you've let a lot of our wage bill has drastically reduced. Our wage bill is drastically reduced. When you look at Rashford, Anthony, Sancho, Garnacho, Højlund, Eriksen, Lindelof, Evans, that is probably $1 million. Because even Lindelof, Evans, and Eriksen, that's who I forgot, that was like 350K. Take off Sancho's, which is what? That's like 200K. I don't know what he's exactly on, but I'm just throwing out figures, 200, 250. So just off rip, that's like 600K. Rashford is what? 300. That's 900. Anthony's what? 150. So you've cracked $1 million. Garnacho wasn't on that much. I think he was on 30, 40K or something like that. It might have been less. And then you add in Anthony as well, who was on 150. What? 1.1, 1.2 million. And then Bremo, Cunha, Sesko, none of them are on major money. Lemens isn't either. So you got ample opportunity. And then if you would have done more, like getting rid of Onana and buying there, that clears it up too. Getting rid of Onana and buying there, combining their wages, could have paid for Emi Martinez's wages. So I think Onana was on 100 and something. I'm presuming buying there was on much less. But hey, man, that's typical United for you. That's United for you. Well, like I say, we addressed we're still struggling to score goals. Mainly that's because of the manager, Rafe. That's why we're struggling to score goals. That's a manager thing. I don't put that mainly on the players, is what I say. Big on my G Eddie in the cut as well. You bless Eddie, yeah?
Always.
Blessings, fam, blessings. And to Rafe, that's where I don't, because if it was a lack of talent, should attacking players be doing better regardless of the manager? Yes. But you can't have Sesko, Cunha, and Bremo, Xerxes, Ahmad, Bruno, Dorgu, and be struggling to score goals. I'm probably missing someone as well. Probably missing a couple players. But you can't have all of that attacking talent and be struggling to score goals. And then on the flip side, you can't be playing a back five and have De Ligt, Yoro, Heaven, Dorgu, Casemiro, Agate, and be struggling to keep clean sheets, especially playing a back five and you've got 5 defensive players out there, 6 defensive players. So you're having issues on both ends in regards to keeping clean sheets and defending well and creating chances and scoring goals. So if your side does neither of those well, you're going nowhere. Like if you can keep clean sheets but struggle to score goals, that will bump you up the table. Or on the flip side, if you can't keep clean sheets but you score a lot of goals, that can bump you up the table. You have to excel at one or the other. It's a start, and we excel at neither. And I don't think that's a lack of quality. Do we have the best attack in the league? No. Do we have the best defense in the league? No. But we don't have one of the worst defenses in the league in regards to individuals and one of the worst attacks. We have one of the better attacks on paper, in my opinion. In terms of a winger duo, Cunha and Bremo, there's very few teams in the league I think have better. Very few. Very, very few. Salah's an anomaly. So you could say Salah and Gakpo because of Salah. All right, cool. That's Liverpool. We're not chasing down the league. City, you're pointing out, is it Mamouche and let's say Cherky, for example. Okay, that's quality. Arsenal got Saka, Madueke. Those two are better as a duo, in my opinion. Chelsea, it's, who we saying? Esteval, Garnacho. All right, cool. Better than that. Chelsea fans hold that. Who else we got? Newcastle, it's Gordon and Elanga. I think they're better than those two. Spurs, it's Kudus. You're saying Javi Simmons. I rate Kudus highly, but I'm not trading our duo for their duo. So that's what, like the top 6 teams. Forest is who? Obviously, they've let go of Elanga. You got Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm not sure who plays on the other side yet. And the list goes on when you go to the Brightons and the Brentfords and the Bournemouths, etc. So it's like, how do you look at that attack and be struggling? And then on the defensive side, I'm not trading our defense for anybody else, like most of the other teams in the league. So, hey, that's just me. But yeah, in regards to the window, like I say, outgoings very, very good. Outgoings very, very good. Incomings good, but should have been more. That's where my issue lies. We would have signed 2 midfielders. I'm talking a whole different. Even though I have my reservation about Lamens and I have my reservations about Sesko, at least attempt to go and address the issues. That's where I'm at with it. So that's just me. Eddie, what are you saying about our window? Both bringing in players, selling players as well.
Bringing in, we hit a lot of marks. Could have done better. Glaring, of course, is the midfield, and I think, outgoings. Of course, we knocked it out the park. I think that's been the best part of this window for sure. My only, I guess, forecast for the future is that between now and the January transfer window, they sack this manager and they get a midfielder in the January transfer window. That's the only way that this whole puzzle makes sense. Otherwise, it's just us wasting time. But I'm sure, a big part of why they were unable to get a midfielder in is because they don't believe that. Or we could. I don't even want to speculate. I just think that once the Baleba thing happened, they didn't see any midfielders that they could actually go get and worth going to get at this moment in time. That's the only way I can look at it. They looked into Stiller, and I think they also actually looked into Conor Gallagher, from what I hear. But what ended up happening there was, I think it was said that Atletico Madrid wanted I think it was a complete, like a complete buy, not even a loan. So, yeah, you seem like they didn't want to stopgap midfielder, which makes sense because if we got another guy who's just not that good on like Ugarte level, just to say we got a midfielder, I'm not here for that. But at the same time, Sesko instead of the midfielder was a mistake. So
you said this from the jump, actually.
Yeah, because it was just glaring, and I think the striker, the midfield importance outweighs the striker importance. And so yeah, now we'll see what they can do. Honestly, because you look back at the matches, you can make the argument that the Arsenal game, the score was what it was because of the goalkeeper. The Fulham game, a little bit of everything. The Burnley game, though, 2 goals. One of them was because of that goalkeeper. Another, and then the score differential was what it was because we couldn't finish our chances. So you look at it all together, and you're like, I could see why maybe they're looking at this as okay, we can take our time. But for me, I don't think that's necessarily a viable option. But we'll see what they do.
Yeah, I hear you. Big up Dallas Welch is 293 million on 3 attackers. Is that Arsenal? Did you not spend 293 million on 3 attackers? Yeah, Mayno's staying because the window's closed. So yeah, you can't. There's no movement that can be made unless he goes Saudi, which is highly unlikely. What are you saying, Dan? You good?
Yo,
my dog.
What up, man?
What up, though?
Hey, what up, cuz?
Thoughts on the window, man.
Listen,
Incoming perspective and outgoings as well.
yeah, I was thinking about it. Like,
Cunha, Sesko, and Mbemo were not 293 million now. I don't know where you got your numbers from. They weren't.
No.
No.
I think you.
All things considered, yeah.
They were not 293 million. But go on.
All things considered, bearing in mind where we finished last season and that,
Go on.
it's been a good window. Like if you consider the outgoings as well as the incomings, it's not perfect in regards to the incomings because we needed a midfielder. But you can look at the positives. We can take the positives from it. Got a good, decent recouping, decent money from the outgoings, and more importantly, we got rid of the players at the end of the day that we needed to. Still got a couple of stragglers like Malacia and stuff, but most of them, the notable ones, we got rid of. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give credit to them for that. Happy with the incomings, and let's not forget, like Man United are still holding weight in terms of their name, despite where they finished last season. No Champions League, and they're still attracting the likes of Cunha and Mbeumo and stuff, two of the best players from the Premier League. And up and coming guy, Sesko. Can't really complain, really, with the window itself, apart from, like I said, that midfielder that we needed. And that could come back to bite us, man. Because they're talking about going back in for Belieber next season, for example. But the time is now, bro. Like, a lot can happen in a year. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what that's about. Like, if that was your target and you just didn't want to spend the money, even though you recouped all this money, it was clearly the funds and stuff were there. You just decided not to go for it. And the position we're in, I just feel like you should have made a big statement signing like that to just like keep up with everything what Liverpool and everyone else is doing. It would have just been a big statement of intent to get Belieber, man. And I was banking on that, man, to the very last moment of the window where I was like, bruv, hour to go, we still got time. I'm still a Belieber. We've seen stranger things happen, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
but it didn't happen, is what it is, man. Fuck it, man.
Jesus. Yeah, it stinks, man. It really stinks.
What you said? What do you mean it stinks? What, you not rating any of it? Like what?
No, I'm saying the Belieber top, the Belieber part.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
The Belieber part.
It's unfortunate.
But yeah, that's what I'm not messing with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've still got that hole in midfield. We haven't addressed the spine of the team, bro. Because we've got the bottom bit and the top bit. Like, we've got the keeper, so that's good. We've got our striker, but our attackers in. But it's just that midfield, man. I feel like we're always playing catch up to areas, man, when we could have just addressed it all now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Like, so again,
we can't do everything. Because we can't do everything. That's why.
Why?
That's what people tell me. Gotta do everything in one window.
Why though? What's the reasoning?
There's no reason.
Why are they saying this?
There's no reasoning, yo. Just people making excuses for them. That's what it is. You can sign 5 players in the window.
It really doesn't make sense how we never want to sign a technically gifted midfielder.
I agree with it. I do agree with
it.
By the way, I can't interact with the chat flawless for some reason. My comments are not going through.
It's because you wrote in. Oh, because you wrote in the private chat. You can't write in the public.
No. I went in the public one, and it's just not allowing me. It's just denying it for some reason. So.
What did it say?
I don't know. But sorry, go on, Eddie. I'll let you know when the.
No. You good. Don't trip. That's all I had to say on that.
Shout out Leon as well.
I like Leon, yeah.
The boy. Yeah.
Go on, Eddie. Carry on.
No, that's it.
Oh, so that was it. Yeah, the reason why we didn't address it again is just the incompetence. That's why we didn't address it, because they don't think it's a problem.
Not techie.
They don't think it's a problem. They don't think it's an issue. That's why. Because the attack, I like I said, happy with what we did overall in the attack. Like I said, Sesko's the only unknown. He's the only one. And Mbeumo, Cunha, no complaints. Sesko alongside with those two, I'm like, all right, cool. That makes sense. Even the goalkeeping side of things, all right, you at least attempted to address it. But I know nothing about Lamens. But someone said in the chat that Lamens ain't gonna be the number one, which wouldn't surprise me in the slightest, to be honest. If he don't start against City,
He has to.
he should. I agree with you, Dan. He should. Will he though? I don't know.
You never know. You never know with these.
Would you be surprised if he didn't start?
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
And
none of us would be surprised because we know what they're like.
What Eddie mentioned in regards to the midfield side of things, and again, because they don't believe it's a problem.
Yeah, but who don't believe?
You know what it is? Even if they would have went and got unknown in there, I'd go, all right, at least you're attempting to address it. Like with Sesko, like with Lamens, two unknowns in my opinion. But at least you've attempted to address those issues.
If anything, just get a loan, innit? Just get a loan. No strings attached. Like it's not high risk getting a loan.
We could have got Douglas Luiz on loan. I'd have been happy with that. I'd have took that. If they would have went and got a Douglas Luiz on loan, I'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
At least you can go and at least you can say, all right, they attempted to address it with a Douglas Luiz on loan.
Who knows, man? Maybe Amri's got some master plan for midfield.
Not doing this. Hey, this season we ain't doing this.
Let's hope.
We ain't doing this.
Hey, Milo master plan, blood.
We're not doing this master plan of what could be and in the future and No. We are not doing this. We're not doing this. I had dealt with this all of June, all of July, and the vast majority.
Let's do it for fans.
Nah, this is not. Sam, Bayern the number one currently. So I don't think he'll necessarily. Bayern is the number one. Because that's who started the 3 Premier League games.
Apparently,
my thing with that though, why did they decide so late with the Onana thing though? Like,
because it wasn't a priority.
It's suddenly just
because of the mistake. You know what it was? I think 2 things I keep saying is one, Onana got injured, remember? So then there was reports about him potentially missing the first few games of the season, or first couple, I should say. And then secondly as well, I think Bayern made the mistake in the first game. And then Onana made the mistake. Chris Grimsby are the 2 mistakes and had the horrendous shootout. And then again, Bayern made the mistake against Burnley. So I think that's what it is. That's what I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, but Onana they've been making mistakes from last season.
You asked them to do like sensible things. We know this. We know we needed a goalkeeper at the start from the start of last season. Literally, it's a regular on the watch-alongs where Eddie will go at any given moment, go, this fucking goalkeeper about Onana. That's a regular thing. Yeah. Onana does, it don't even necessarily have to cost us a goal. It might just be or decision or something like that. Yeah, go on, Eddie. Go on.
No, I think they're saying that, but I bet that goalkeeper becomes the number 1 option.
I hope so.
It's gonna happen because.
But Eddie, sorry to cut you off. I hope it happens from the beginning. I hope they don't play Bayern a little bit more, and then he Go on.
I think if that happens, that's because the manager, like if the board had it their way, he'd be number 1.
Even if that happens, it's not going to take long for them to make a mistake and be replaced. Like after one game,
comical. It's comical with these guys. Like what these guys do on a continual basis, like as goalkeepers for United, no, can't run. So I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if he's actually starting by the time we come back.
I hope he needs to be starting against. He needs to be starting against City. You should be starting against City. You should be starting against Chelsea, even if he makes mistakes in those 2 games.
Yeah.
Like he should be, like without doubt, without question. But who knows?
Man City got Donnarumma, right?
Yeah, they did sign Donnarumma. Yes, they got Donnarumma. Yeah, they did. Big up Leon in the crowd as well. What are you saying, Leon? You good?
Midday, man. Midday, I had to pull up, man. Danny's here, man. I had to pull up. You get me?
No, look at the guy.
You have to pull up just because I'm here.
See, I miss Danny, man. No, I'm joking.
We can do this if you want.
What are you man saying? You good?
Yeah, man. Oh, bless you.
All good.
You good, yeah?
Flawless is looking at me like, I'm not here to say nothing foolish. I'm good, man. I'm just chilling today, man.
I don't. I don't.
Soon come later. But yeah, no. How you man rating the window though? I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 6. That's what I'm gonna give it.
Because we split into two because we was talking about the incomings and the outgoings. Because
I'll give it a 6 because of the outgoings. That's what
I think that also you give it a 6 because of the outgoings. I think outgoings they did exceptional, but the incomings
they didn't do exceptional. They did good. They did good.
You think they did well with the
I think they did good getting the players out. But when you actually look at the money that we got for some of the players, it wasn't the best. I know we didn't. Like, let's just take the Anthony.
Yeah, but Leon, you got to cut your losses with them guys, man. It doesn't even matter about the money.
I
let me land. I got you.
The money we got for them was phenomenal.
Yeah, obviously with the Anthony deal, it'll probably pan out all right with a 50% sell on. Big up Sheik as well.
Yeah, it's 50% sell on of profits. So whatever they profit, we get 50% of, not the actual fee.
Okay. So
haven't they done that with most of their outgoing?
Yeah, that's what.
If you sell him for 50, you get 12.5. You sell him for 50, you get 12.5.
Yeah, because we sold him. What was it? Was it 25 million? It was. Or was it?
No, actually, sold it for 25 million euros, like 18 million quid, something like that.
So it's like, so let's just say it's 20 million pounds. So say they sell him for 40 million, we wouldn't get 20 million from that. That's 20 million profit. So we get 10 million, but it's still a good deal.
There's more to be had there because, like, when I look at it, it's like what I think we can get for the player, but how the player's been mismanaged. So he's not been put in the window right as well because the previous two managers haven't played systems and the players around these players to make them look the best that they can do to get the best price as well. So we are dealing with like shit on shit. But yeah, I think we've done all right.
That's what I'm saying, man. Just cut your losses, man. The most important thing is they're gone, man.
To get that big money for Hoyland,
I think
because they're making up for Ten Hag's mistakes, man.
80% of Sancho's wages off the books. I think that's great business. Even though we should have
done very good. Do you know what I mean? But I just can't help but think that Cunha and Brumo, I can't give them huge amounts of credit for because they're obvious signings. Nuruddin said it yesterday. The United fans who wanted to come, you just had to pay the money. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like me selling a car to Danny and being like, "Oh, sick! I sold the car," but he was already interested in the car. It's not fucking hard to sale, is it? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but also, Leon, as well, yeah, the strategy has changed, which is a good thing. Because in the past with Ed Woodward and that, they would have went for players that wouldn't want to come here. Do you know what I'm saying? But we know that Cunha wanted to be here, and Buma wanted to be here, Sesko wanted to be here.
Same deals. I think Woodward would have done them same. They're just obvious deals.
Yeah, but not necessarily though, because they just would have went for the big money ones, like, and the name, like, only, and then it might have meant that they didn't even want to play for Man United, and it's just a wages thing, innit? So at least now we know they're going.
I'm not giving them big credit for them too. I'm going to be honest. I'm not giving it. They're two obvious signings. Picking like if you look.
No, but sometimes less is more. You need to just do the basics.
They're just following the formula that we've done for the last 20 years. We've always picked players out of teams lower in the league or we're classed as lesser teams and just pick their best players. We've always done that. We've done that every year for like years and years.
No, but not recent.
Let me ask you this. So we got the two. But it's the right thing they done. Right? They had to do that.
Yeah, it's just obvious. I'm not saying it's the wrong thing. It's just bare obvious.
No. Yeah, I hear that point.
Super obvious.
My only thing with this is something that we do. I seriously believe that we would have paid like that 150 for Isak, and that would have been our attack had we known that he was available. That's the only pushback I have because I get the Ed Woodward inclusion to the conversation because when you look at how he bought and who he bought, it never really was a problem. There was always just the manager selection.
No, but there was some problems, man, with the players themselves. I remember when Di Maria, before he even joined, was already talking about going PSG and that, and he didn't want to come Man United, but they still bought him.
But if we got the manager right, then I think Di Maria actually works at United, right? I think a lot of times.
Facts.
All right. Yeah, my point is he didn't want to come though.
Well, yeah, no, I understand that, but
so the player's heart is not in it. The motivation's not there. It's only a money motivation, and that's it.
I don't agree with that.
I think
because if he didn't want to come, he didn't have to sign. Di Maria was a hot prospect. He could have gone anywhere in the world at that point.
He just won a Champions League.
Yeah, but it's one of them. It's not like you're not.
He had just won a Champions League, and he joined United, who weren't in the Champions League.
His sole motivation was not just
money.
His sole motivation is like No, it's not. His sole motivation is like, let me be the main
At
man at this team because at Real Madrid,
at that point in time, it was definitely a money thing. Maybe not now, it wouldn't
it's
be,
not just
but
money.
at
It's not
that
just
time it
money.
was.
It's not just money. That's a factor, but it's not the. It's not because you got to think. Yeah, I am a guy at Real
I think it
Madrid,
was the main
or
factor,
I can
though.
be the, or I can be the main guy at United when they come back. That's the.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
what
and
we
we
gave
kind of
him
still
thing.
the
Because
we
had
gave him the
remember,
we
number
Danny.
still
seven
had
shirt too.
Danny
We gave him the number 7 shirt too. Like
we
he
weren't
he was
too
exactly.
he was that signing for us that time.
we weren't too far removed from winning the Premier League at that point too. So there was still a heightened level of respect with the Manchester United name that's like presently now gone. So I think if you had a manager who actually made him a focal point instead of a team, like if you had somebody who, as you usually do with big money signings, put him in a position of prominence, then he's enjoying his time at United. But when he had all this stuff going wrong at the same time, it just was a perfect storm for him to leave after we signed him. So, with the Woodward thing, I've never, I think the execution part with Woodward was always the problem, like how much money and how much are the wages. The the ideas that he would conjure up make sense on a football bill, just the execution that always put him down. So, for me, this window with the purchases, like I've said and will continue to say, the midfielder wasn't not getting the midfielder was the biggest mistake, but not a mistake that's foreign to Manchester United. Honestly, like they just don't buy great midfielders for some reason. I can't explain it. I really can't.
I don't understand it either in regard because it needed to be addressed. They didn't need to solely be addressed. Everywhere needed to be addressed. I keep stating this. We had an absolute god awful season. Wholesale changes needs to be met for that to be improved. We just didn't do enough. I'll actually mind the 4 players we brought in, but why is it only 4? That's my major issue.
Exactly. The issue is,
go on.
Sorry, the issue is not that it's 4 players. Yeah. The part of the issue is the midfield, but the bigger issue here is that we have somebody that is not managing the pieces correctly. That's the biggest one. Because if you gave me, like, I've always said this is my route back to the Premier League. Yeah. This has always been my route. Yeah. Go get the guy before the guy now. Yeah. Or even the guy before the guy before the guy now. Yeah. Play a stable brand of football and get yourself into the top 8. Yeah. Consistently. Yeah. The difference between top 8 and top 4 is never that big. It's usually 3 or 4 wins. It's usually picking up a few points here and there. It's usually just taking advantage of when other teams drop. That's usually what it is in the league. The league is not the same as what it was before. Top 4 used to be like 80 points, and then top 8 would be like 50. It's just completely changed now. Like, as long as you're in the mix, that's why Forest did well, because they had a level of consistency. Like you can end up there. And it's like right now, it's we're going to scrutinize every part of the pitch. Like, I genuinely believe without the goalkeeper and without a midfielder, we can still do top 4 if we had a manager that could coach properly. This team's not shit. Like, but it's just because we've been told by the previous 2 managers, I've got to have all of the pieces for it to work. I can't make this recipe without one ingredient missing, and I can't do it without a bit of black pepper. And do you know what I mean? It's a joke, really. Like, it's actually a joke when you think about it, yeah? And then because the fans have convinced themselves that it's a system game and 3 at the back, and if that player doesn't invert, it's all bollocks. It's absolute bollocks, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, just play a consistent brand of football. We already know, put one more man in the midfield and we move exponentially up the table just by that. one extra man, even if it's somebody there like who just, what do you call it? What are you saying before? Who shadows and does the cones? Remember, you just say one guy that does the cone. Remember, you used to say that last season.
Wait,
you used to say that one person that's just like there for the cones or something like that. You used to bust.
Nah, that's anything if you're talking cones.
No, when you were saying about you were saying like you weren't fast on the pitch or nothing.
Oh, you're talking about, I was a cone in transition. That's what I was talking about.
The cone in transition. Even if you got a cone in transition, there you go.
But it's a cone in transition, yo. That's the ball goes past me in the back. Yeah, it's the rap,
but obviously right now, we're like, the key to success is midfield. The bigger picture is the manager just doesn't know what he's doing, and that's okay.
The thing is, I agree with that because I think this team, as much as there is deficiencies in the team, and the team is not of the highest, it's not this bad. Nowhere near this bad.
No way.
It's not, even with the midfield, because Ruud showed that. Like, all Ruud did was play, go mid block 4-2-3-1 with Casemiro on the
Bro, Ollie would cook with this. Come on, man. Ollie would definitely.
Yeah, but Cameron is Man United's worst manager ever.
It's awful. Do you know what I mean? And it's
I
like
think
this time it's like people are feeling sorry for him because it's like he didn't do what Ten Hag did. Ten Hag was like, oh, I haven't got that one piece now, and I haven't got this, and da 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 da. And this guy's just moping about. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you've got something there. Like, we're building a house. Man's got half the tools, maybe 3/4, yeah. And man just moping about like, oh, I ain't got the brand of drill that I want, so I can't start work. Brother, just start work, innit? Like, do you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
didn't.
yeah, that man just moping about, feeling sorry for himself.
No.
Your job's on the line, yeah,
said
and you're
he-
moping around saying, "This
yo.
is how I am. I'm miserable." Like, okay, cool. We'll just be miserable out the door, mate. Like, it's
Yo,
just
seriously, like Death, you know, like in Family Guy, where you just have Death just walking around. Like,
With the accent.
yeah, with the axe and the black hoodie, like type of thing. Or like in Mario Kart, when you have the cloud emojis, you know, and your character goes small. Like, that's what he's like, yo. And it's like everyone else that you're saying, the car
Horrible.
touches the car, and it's just a big black cloud around Old Trafford. It's just misery. Like, the season's just started, and it's just misery. Fans are crashing out, but obviously September now, crashing out before
That's why
September.
I don't
Like
want to hear.
we don't want to say it too loud, but we all have seen this type of emotional instability in our lives. We won't say from which parties, but we've seen this type of behavior before. If you've lived enough, you've seen exactly what this type of behavior is. I'm just gonna leave it right there.
I have, yo, and I still can't stand it to this day. You know what I'm saying? So here we are. You feel
Man
me?
just
Like,
chipped in the gender like that, you know. That's crazy.
You
had to
just
break.
sitting in the car like, bro, I'm not finna go
Yeah.
in here today.
Do you know that one?
I'm not finna do it. Not today.
I said
Not
outside the
today.
store for in a patio. And man's just like, "Cool, I'm going in the store, innit? You just sit here, hit the
You
car.
get to the crib.
Let me just take the key out in case you do something mad. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going in. You know what I mean?
fucking
Trust
batshit
me.
crazy, man.
Trust me.
Nut job, yo. No. Yeah, I'm just reminiscing. Yeah.
Man said nut job. Man just had PTSD live on the street.
No, I did,
Nut
man.
job.
I'm just going back through it. Like, yo, the
Trauma.
shit I
Yo,
went through
just
in
that
that, during
trauma.
that period of time, yo. Just pure drama. And it was a short space of time, just pure
Yeah.
drama, yo.
No,
Crash
don't
out there.
even feel embarrassed, bro. That literally be me. Like some days I just be sitting like, bro, you was really putting up with some shit.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. Yeah,
You
yeah.
what?
What was I doing? Wasting my time.
Yeah, he was
Bro,
like, you'll look at a sign. You'll look at a sign or somewhere or a restaurant that you went
Yeah.
to. You're like, God damn.
Yeah, I'm looking for the good in something. There's nothing there.
So
Yeah,
much the
no.
farmers did, and it's like, oh shit, I remember being in there. Hey, like Eddie said, if you've lived enough, you know exactly what we're talking about. If you're of a certain age, it would have happened. And as you are getting older, I hope it don't happen, but it probably will. But that type of shit is character building. Tell you that much. It's character building. What you lot saying? Big up Twisted Fate says, oh yeah, big up Canal as well, man. Big up every single time. Says Twisted Fate, except when Bruno's our best midfielder of the past 3-4 seasons, we have issues. I can't lie. Bruno being the best is a massive telltale. We won't be any good until this midfield side. And that's where the issue lies, Twisted Fate. People always say Bruno's one of your best players. He's your best midfielder. This is why we are having the seasons we are having. If the very best is Bruno, that's why. Show me a team's best players, and I'll show you roundabout where they're going to finish and if they're going anywhere. Take a Liverpool, take a City, take a Arsenal, and look at their very best players. Take a Barcelona, take a Real Madrid, for example. Take a PSG and look at their very best players. And then you will have some form, they're 3-4, and then you have some form of idea of where they're going to be at. And now to even lower that in the Premier League, look at, for instance, you can look at Newcastle, a Villa, a Spurs. Look at their best players and they'll have you around about where they're going to be and their aspirations for the season. And people keep saying this. There's a reason that 3 of our last 4 seasons have been our worst ever Premier League finishes. It's not solely on him, but he plays a part. Plays a major part.
Of course.
As does the likes of a Garnacho, as does a Hoyland. And that's just players. But yeah. So is there not a case for to be made? Yeah, go on. Go.
I was just going to say, I'm happy to show deficiencies. I'm cool with it. Like, I've seen so many teams where you just know, like, do you know what? That piece needs to be removed and the rest will be all right. But I can't see the rest of it being all right with the bad piece. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the bad piece being like, yeah, like I've never been convinced, man. You can't just say, oh, the bad piece in our team, Bruno, is just, if he doesn't do anything, we can't do anything. It's like, what about everything else around him, innit? Like, why are we not? Do you know what I mean? I think Norridin was talking about the other day saying that we don't attack through the middle of the pitch. It's all this stupid, everything. I feel like everything's been overanalyzed now. Why are we doing this stupid wing play, inverting, and making it very complicated when we've got techie ballers. Like, if you got techie ballers, just play techie ball in it. Like, it just doesn't make
That's
sense.
what I'm saying. Less is more, man.
Doesn't make no sense.
Keep it simple.
I can tell.
Yeah, like Sesko's dying for like people to. If you play the ball through the lines a few times in the game with Sesko, with bad goals. Like, I've already seen enough in it. Even if you just put
who's
on
gonna
a
play
ball.
the ball? Who's playing the ball through the lines though? Cass?
Yeah, but I think the issue is I don't feel like they have to do a Wharton pass or like that Anderson from Forest. I don't feel like they have to do like a PLOS pass. I just feel like the fifth system.
They just can't build up. Like they can't build.
Some stupid.
What kind of shit is that?
No, we can't build up the way we play. Yeah. But there's ways around it. Because I look at, for example, when Palace don't have Wharton, they have no issues building up.
Exactly.
And they don't have no technical midfield. Forest was very, very good.
So-called system, innit?
Yeah, like Forest were very, very good for the vast majority of last season was in the Champions League spots. Look at their pivot. I wouldn't take their pivot players. So how did they? None of them are technical ballers who can play the balls through the line and progress the ball and are great on the half turn. Man, gonna tell me that Yates and Anderson are phenomenal at those things.
Or play to your strengths as well, man.
And that's it though.
Just look at Palace. Yes, Palace played the same system. Palace played the same system. 3 at the back. Who's progressing the ball for them in the midfield? Palace have Will Hughes. What does Steve call him? Albino Iniesta. What are we doing here? Like, come on. So is Will Hughes able to play here in this Manchester United midfield? Are you telling me that?
But you know what?
Because it's the same system.
I can't lie. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't.
Shout out to Steve. That's what he calls him, man. Albino Iniesta.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that is if we had Will Hughes, people would say our midfield options are not good enough, and rightfully so. I look at Forest. I said they progress the ball, they figure it out. So why is it us? Why do we need? Back to what you were saying, Leon, about needing the perfect ingredients to make the. If you need the perfect ingredients to make the meal, guess what? You are not a good cook.
But here's the thing as well. The formula we've been told is perfect ingredients, then everyone individual brilliance. It's like, so when does the coaching side come in?
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
Well, this Joker said
the coaching side comes in once he gets
all these
players.
No, but this is what I'm saying. From what I'm seeing on the so what I'm translating from the pitches, final third, second, the opponent's side of the pitch. It's like freestyle still, or it's like partly freestyle. It's build it up, then it's like we're still clueless when we get to the box, and we have been for many years. And it's like, okay, cool. So we give you all the pieces that you want. You've got enough nice pieces now, and then I'm not seeing the coaching side. So it's like, what is this?
Leon, this Joker said, they need to get used to my system before I change the system.
Bro, you've had like 30 games. What?
Nah, we need more, man.
So you have to know the system before we change it.
No, give it 3 months, like people have been saying, man. You need to give it 10 games or 3 months, and then we'll see the best.
He's a good talker because I thought he was going to come out and try and sell us on the whole. This is my first transfer window. Blah blah. You're going to see it this season. He hasn't said that yet. I know it's probably on the tip of his tongue. Do you know what I mean? But
you don't believe, man. That's why it is.
He don't believe in himself, bro.
He says, is there a case to be made that the squad with the 3-4-3 setup is actually doing well and they've just underperformed in the results for the first few games? No, Chris. No. No, we haven't underperformed. We've just performed to our level, which is underperforming. That's what it is.
And this you know what?
I think you could say that for the Burnley game, though, because in the Burnley game, some of those chances that we missed are not on him. Aman missing is not on Ruben Amorim. I think Ruben Amorim, in terms of the attack and how we had set up in that game, had done well enough for us to win by at least 3 or 4 or 5 goals. We just didn't do well enough in front of goal. But the rest of it, and I'm speaking only of the first half, because in the second half, and oftentimes when he makes changes, that's when things go wrong. When he makes changes and he decides to go a little bit too defensive, or when he decides to, I'm going to play for the point, or I'm going to try to defend this 1-goal lead, that's where things go wrong. And I think,
Chris,
what
stats suggest that I'm wrong?
But it doesn't matter.
And to twist
it doesn't matter, though.
This is going to be good. I want to hear it, man, because I was told no more excuses, and we're 3 games.
I know what stats it is. I know what stats it is. It's the stats to do with.
This is the start of the flawless gegenpress. Y'all gonna for a treat.
I'm not even. You better lose it.
The money gegenpress. That's crazy.
Money. Steam coming out of his head, bro.
I'm doing what Ruben should do. I'm doing what Ruben should do and just put us in a low block. That's it.
Oh my god.
That's what it is.
I
Like
think,
is in a low,
you
but
know,
XG
people love to
possession
say
pitches in the
This is what I'm
opponent's
saying.
box.
What does this do though? This
Okay,
the
Chris,
thing.
which games? Wait. Chris, which games are you talking about?
No, he's not wrong, Flawless. Because there's
He's
some
not
stupid
wrong.
stats
I
out
want to
there.
He's
know.
not wrong.
This doesn't make no
saying
sense.
Arsenal. So you're saying Arsenal,
Chris triggered flawless.
Burnley, and I want to know this. You know what I'm saying?
Look at the
Reason
stats,
why,
Flawless.
'cause
Touches
you know
in
what it is? Because I like to hear the new excuses. Because then when someone else says it's like, I've been here before.
But here's the thing.
Go.
It might be facts, but it doesn't tell the story. Because it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like the
That's what I
touches
know.
in opposition box could be just playing it around the box, playing it around one side to the
And
other.
that's
Great,
always
amazing.
gonna
You're getting loads
be-
of
That's
touches.
what I'm
Great.
saying.
Do you know what I'm saying? It could be crossing it with some shit crosses to the byline, and they got it's just bollocks. Do you know what I mean? So
You
Because
know what
I've seen
touching the
this
box
thing,
could,
right?
You know what touching the box could be? It could be a poor corner whipped in, and then the guy at the near post tries to flick it on.
Yeah.
It hits the opponent, and then he clears it. Like, but that's the is.
I saw
Four
this
touches
video,
and
right?
Answer,
It
Chris.
was
Chris, which game? No, Chris, which games are we talking about? I genuinely want to know, man. Which games do you think we perform well in out of the? Well, you can even include Grimsby. We'll say the 4. I just genuinely want to know.
I think in terms of XG, he's right because I think in all the 3 Premier League games that we played so far, we had better XG than the opponent.
Did we have high XG?
yeah.
We probably that's the thing is I don't think we had a high XG, but I think we had better XG than the opponent. I think we had more shots on target against Arsenal.
So I'm looking here. We had 7 shots on target.
And the most shots
against
against
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
22 shots in total, 7 on target, 62% possession.
Like I saw this video, right? It was this guy was saying how Sancho was the worst crosser in the Prem when he was with Chelsea.
Here comes the Sancho pro.
I know. I had to have to. And so what ends up they play the video, right? They play the video, and it's literally Sancho crosses into Jackson, and Jackson has an open net, and he skies it, and that goes down as a bad cross for Sancho. And this is what we're talking about when whether people understand context or ignore the context is a big part of the problem here, because numbers. Honestly speaking, to people out there who might not know this, when bankers and portfolio investors started getting into sports, one of the easiest ways for them to adapt their way of thinking to their decisions being made on sports is to put it in a numerical way. It's the only way these people understand life sometimes is through numbers. So you're going to talk about XG. You're going to talk about chance created. You're going to talk about all these counting stats. So you feel like you actually have an understanding of what's going on the pitch. But then when you watch the game and you understand the game at a certain level, you can see how, oh, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. So to Chris, you bringing up these numbers doesn't take away from the fact of what we're seeing not being good enough. It actually doesn't.
It's 3 games. It's
3 games, and that's such a small sample
I would
size.
understand. Yeah, I would understand XG if you were in the middle of the season and we could look at a course of games where we've played different opponents and be like, okay, we've consistently been keeping that same number of XG against these opponents. It's only been 3 games. Wait until Man City and Chelsea, and I bet you this number changes. I'll tell you that.
I was looking at it because he said it was 7 across 3 games, and I'm getting these numbers, and it's not 7.
My thing is that it's just like
I'm literally been looking this up here. It wasn't 7 across the 3 games.
Flawless, you're trying to say Chris is a liar.
Mid-table club and a relegation.
I'm just having because I didn't know. Cause I don't really look at XG, but it's not. But I'm looking at
it's just 3 games.
Lying, Chris.
Fulham had a better XG than us.
Fulham had a better XG than us. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fulham had a better XG than us. Arsenal's we had it better than them. 1.5. Theirs was 1.2.
See, it's not even significantly different though.
Yeah.
And I remember Arsenal, honestly, Arsenal, they had you said a 1.2? They did fuck all that game too. They didn't really do much.
Say that again. Arsenal's XG again. This is how you know XG to Arsenal's XG against
Arsenal. I'm genuinely like
1.29. So we'll round it up to 1.3. Arsenal's XG versus against us was 1.3.
But they
That's
did
my
fuck
point.
all. But they did
That's
fuck
my
all.
point right
they
there.
did nothing against
What did they do? That's how you know this XG shit is bullshit.
It's bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
Bullshit.
How did Arsenal have 1.3 XG against us? What did they do?
But also at the same time, these are like not to Chris, but the same people who do bring up like XG and stuff. You were the same people who were clowning Arteta for talking about XG last year when he was bringing that up against PSG or against Liverpool when he was facing those sides. End of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we didn't win the game, even though we had 7 shots on target against Arsenal.
Like if Arsenal in that Arsenal Liverpool game, if Arsenal's XG was anything more than 0.0000000,
yeah, please, Flawless, tell us about the Arsenal XG.
That just lets you know because they didn't go there to score any goals.
That's what I'm saying, man. So it's like, but dude, I see what Chris is trying to do though. He's trying to look at these stats and see like, okay, there's some sort of turnaround.
You can always find stats for your narrative, man, for your agenda in life.
You can always try to find these stats, but bro, it's only 3 games. By the way, it's only 3 games. What are we gonna like? Are we gonna say we're top half of the table after 3 games and be proud of that? It's just only 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Shit can turn. Everything can just turn around very, very quick. In a league like this too. One day, like for Arsenal Football Club, you're 200 plus days top of the table, and then another day you're not, and shit changes. And it's just like this is what I'm saying. But it is this whole XG thing. I'm over it, man. Win games, get results. That's what I care about.
That's the other thing as well.
That's the only thing that should matter for this manager currently at this moment. When he says, "I set up teams in terms of who we're facing, and I think I made changes because I wanted to go defensive," and then he's throwing the players, like he threw the players under the bus, saying the players were playing for the win, this and that. Yeah. You made those changes. You made defensive changes yourself. You are doing all these things. You're taking off Ahmad. I think it was the Fulham. Yeah, I think it was the Fulham game. Ahmad starts. You take off Ahmad. You bring on Dallo. Dallo immediately makes a mistake, and we concede a goal. And Ahmad was playing very well defensively. Very well defensively. Going forward, he wasn't doing much against Fulham, but defensively he was solid. And you took him off, and then we make a defensive mistake through the player that you replaced him with. Exactly. And it's stuff like this. They keep the flow going. First half of all these 3 games, we've been flying. Just notice that too. First half of every single game we've played so far, we fly. We just haven't been able to score goals, but we start off very, very well. We're able to create a bunch of chances. I think Arsenal, we had a couple of chances. Fulham, Cunha hits the post like in the first couple of minutes, and we have a chance. There's one over-the-top ball played to him by Bayern, and he has a chance where the goalkeeper saves. Burnley game too. Shitload of chances in the first half. But why is it that when we come out in the second half, we either concede a goal like right away over a stupid mistake or a set piece, or everything that we were just building towards in the first half is completely different? And I don't get that. And I think it's a lot to do with how this manager sets up games, manages players, all those type of things. And that's why I think it's always going to be a problem. It's always going to be an issue.
0.39.
Arsenal.
Yeah, the Arsenal was 0.3 against Liverpool. Liverpool was 0.34.
Yeah, that's being generous.
Yeah, that's how you know.
So is the system an issue then if all these are the chances created? No, the chances created.
No. If these performances continue, the results will follow. No, I don't think we've performed well. No. That's why. I don't know where you are getting that we have performed well. No, we haven't.
Look at performances of the entire game, not just one half and second half. Look at performances of the entire game. The game is full of 90 minutes, not 45 minutes. We don't
we play good for 10, 15 minutes.
We don't play to win the second half. We play to win the whole game. And if the performance in the first half is great, cool. But in the second half, it's shit, where we call those championship rounds and all that. I'm not praising like the overall performance and being like, you know what? Actually, he attacked in the first half. But what's the point if we didn't score any goals? What's the point?
Not sustainable. It's not sustainable play style, man.
I have 2 eyes. We don't create quality chances.
No.
We do not create
half chances.
Against Arsenal, we didn't create no clear-cut chances. Against Fulham, a couple. Granted, Burnley we did. What are we talking about here?
Fulham, yeah.
Same old story, mate. Same old story.
Do you know what?
It was only a couple. It was only a couple against Fulham.
Let me play slight devil's advocate. Yeah, let's just say
scratch that. Even against Burnley, yes, we should have been outside. I agree with that.
First half, second half, we didn't really do much though.
Let's say
like, the quality of the chances matters, but hey, we move.
Flawless. Let's just say, let me give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he believes they're quality cut chances. Yeah, subjective. Yeah. Let's just say that's what he thinks. Yeah.
Yeah. Go.
There's a bigger issue here, man, Chris. Like it's there's no patterns of play, and there's no consistent way of attacking and getting in the opposition's box. I could tell you with most other teams the way they're going to score a goal, even if somebody pulls out a worldie or they get a headed goal or whatever. You can kind of see the patterns of play. Players take confidence in those patterns of play. When you're in boxing, when the fight's not going your way, it's about what you've learned in the training camp. It's about what you're disciplined with. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're throwing shots, you're bringing them back to your chin. If you've got bad habits in a fight, you're just going to end up getting knocked out, or you're going to end up getting punished.
Yeah.
Whereas you see fighters navigate their way through tough scenarios. Like they might have, I don't know, gone exchange with another fighter and they've got buzzed early, and then they think, shit, it's round 6, it's a 12-rounder. Yo, I need to kind of weather the storm a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And it's like with us, it's like if your plan A is not good in the Premier League, yeah, you better have a plan B. Because if you haven't got a Pep or a Klopp or an Arne Slot now, plan A, you're effed. You're absolutely effed in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? Especially with us, because most teams, all they do, how can we be this basic where most teams turn around all from the top of the table to the bottom of the table and they go, tell you what, guys, yeah, just load up the midfield and you'll end up pushing United back, and most likely you'll get a goal or a chance. That's how simple the tactics can be. They can go in at half time and be like, yo, do you know what? Yeah, like think about what we just said then, Flawless. Yeah, we have one good half. Every manager in the Premier League could go back in the change room and just say, United only really play well for a good one half. So the second half, guys, just overpower them in the midfield, have a few chances, and you'll get a goal. Just keep going. And we're just there like, yeah. What do these managers tell our players at half time?
Someone said that actually. Marco Silva after the Fulham game said that.
To do the
Marco Silva just said that.
Marco Silva said that. He said we knew what United were going to do.
Semantics. We don't create enough. Two things can be true. We don't create enough chances, and we don't create enough quality chances.
Clear cut chances too. If I pass the ball to Flawless shoots from the edge of the box, that's a chance. By the way, I just want to say,
we don't. Since we're doing semantics, we don't create enough overall. We don't create enough chances overall, so that includes half chances, that includes clear-cut chances, and then we don't create enough clear-cut chances, just to make it clear. No,
we don't. Our XG would be a lot higher if we were creating clear-cut chances. A lot higher. We'd be at 2 or 3 if we were.
Man, talking about the top 4 side. I just checked it. Bournemouth against Liverpool away at Anfield's XG was 1.9.
All right, Leon, you know what the plan B is, bro? Throw on defenders, bro, when you're trying to win a game.
But that's what he does, though, low-key. That's what he does, though.
Putting the defender up top is madness. Absolutely.
Bro, I was done in that Europa League final, mate, because there was no other plan. Like, if you watched that game, there was nothing. He didn't change nothing. You're like, what?
League football, the basic way to attack, if you're not sure, is literally go byline and put it back to the penalty spot. It's the most basic way to play football. We don't even do that. It's like, loft it to Maguire, back post, and rotate. Like, if Maguire was like Fellaini, where pretty much every header Fellaini's getting, then fair enough. But at the same time, I used to complain because I used to be like, this is a joke. It's an absolute joke, isn't it? Like,
it's not no sustainable way of playing, boy.
No, because it's even clear as day. It's clear as day if you watch this play. Like, let's take Mbeumo, for example. Leon, you made a point. You can tell early on, especially if you know what you're watching, what a player's strengths are. And the fact that it took him this long to understand that Mbeumo has to play in space, that he's not as comfortable where he has to play in that inside 10, it just goes to show how inept this manager is. Like, there are glaring things that we do as a team that play against the strengths of our own players. You give Bruno too much responsibility, you play him deeper. You put Dalot in situations where he's definitely uncomfortable carrying the ball. And so you look at all this, you play him at wing back to start out with, which is already just an issue in itself. And you cannot say, people who do say it are just honestly having their own agenda, that this manager sets us up to succeed every time. The players' talent will bail us out more than these managers making tactics.
And that tells you everything you need to know about your coach. That tells you everything you need to know about your coach.
That's it. He's getting carried. Word to I think it was Jordan Poole, the brother's a Gucci backpack. You got people out here just carrying this dude day in and day out, man.
That's it.
Wait, hang on, Flawless.
No, seriously,
Flawless.
That's
remember what we were saying
true,
yesterday? Flawless, remember what we were saying yesterday about Eddie last season said C ball, kickball.
Yeah, C ball, kickball.
What's Amarin ball for you, Eddie? Come on, help us out. Give us something.
Honestly, it ain't even C ball, kickball, chase after ball. Just stare at the ground, worried.
No, I'll tell you what it is.
Ball.
I'll tell you what it is.
Stare at the ground. If I'm not staring at the ground, I'm staring at the sky. If I'm not staring at the sky, I'm talking to one of my brothers in Portuguese. Like, it is what it is, man.
And on top of that as well, United don't create more chances because of this system. We have better attacking players.
Yeah,
we've added in Mbeumo and Cunha.
That's what I was saying. Use the strengths, man.
That's it. You've added, so of course you're going to look better going forward because you've added in Mbeumo and Cunha. One of the chances we created against Arsenal, Cunha picks up the ball and in his own half and dribble past 4 men and shot. It's nothing to do with it. That's nothing to do with
the
individual brilliance, man.
Ruben Amorim is instructing him to do that. No, I think Cunha is just good enough.
Took it upon himself, blood.
I've seen him drive past the man.
Fuck this.
That's nothing to do with the city. He's not in that situation. He's just doing his own. They just
had to do what he had to do, boy.
Yeah.
I have always said when it comes to like just attacking in general or sports in general, it's gonna sound like an oxymoron, but it's pretty much organized randomness. Mm-hmm. Like you get put
organized
in these
chaos. Yeah,
organized randomness is brilliant.
Yeah, it's crazy to say, but it's like
it's really what it is though. Our attack is organized randomness.
You just go there. Randomness. You just go there, and you're just like, okay, we're here now. And then they just start kicking the ball around and shit, and then it ends up with a dude who has no clue of what he's doing whatsoever.
Normally Mason Mount.
Unless Mason Mount. Just doing what? Just turning in circles.
Okay.
Just turning in circles. Like, it's the weirdest thing, bro, because I think if you go any other team, like you go Liverpool, you already know who the ball is going to, you know what to expect. You go Chelsea at this point, you know exactly what to expect. You go... I think the only one where it's a bit of a question mark as to what the hell they're doing offensively is Tottenham, because it's just like they're so focused on defending at this point that they don't really give themselves the best chances. But the teams in this league there are definitely teams in this league that you can look at and be like, okay, they have a plan of attack. Us, no. Us, it's again, give the ball to the wing back and pray. Give the ball to the 10 and pray.
Eddie, I said it yesterday. Yeah. It's Movado settings, hope and pray. That's all it is.
Inshallah.
Just look at all our patterns too. We start off the ball from the back. The goalkeeper will start. He'll play it to either Euro or he'll play it to another center back. Then it's a little bit of sideways, back and forth. Euro plays it to a wing back plays it back to Euro. Euro plays it to a wing back plays back to Euro. There's no option, hoof. And who are we hoofing to? Mount, who's not good aerially. Who we don't have a striker out there. And then when we lose the ball, we sit there and complain, why are we not trying to hold the ball, this and that? If, let's say, somehow we hoof it, it goes up to Cunha and Mbeumo. Cunha and Mbeumo have enough quality to take a good touch and try to create something from it. That's just them being good players. But if the ball ever lands to Bruno or if it ever lands to Casemiro, problems, because Bruno hoof again. It's not like he's patient when it comes to passing. It's not like a lot of the times our players are sometimes being patient. I think there's so many moments where they can try to break the lines. Also, another thing that I said last year was that they need to sometimes take risks. You're two sideways. I will not have a problem.
Working, man, because we got 7 XG 7 across 3 games. So
but that's the random, like that's
we don't do that, man.
But all of this I just said
our XG over 3 games is 7. So therefore, everything.
This is a nasty stream, you know. This is a nasty stream.
This is even the further.
These are the facts. You know what? You want to argue with the facts, Leon? Yeah.
This is to even further emphasize this. After all the things that I just said, if our XG is still
Leon,
7 after 3 games.
What's up,
Sheik?
What's wrong, man?
Because you got to think, like, Sheik's breakdown is just United clueless, and then you've added that on top. It's just shit on shit.
And it's horrible.
It's just, you know what's going through my head right now? It's just basically like a restaurant. Remember what I said the other day when I was on Said and I said it's like a bad pizza restaurant, and they picked the worst base. They literally said gherkins and chocolate as the base, and they will not change the base. They're just like, I will not change the base of the pizza.
Our expected customers is high though, so
it's disgusting. And then it's like 1,000 customers come in and say it's horrible, and then one says it's nice, and they go, look, I told you. Somebody said it's nice, and then basically what they do is they just have shit toppings every week, and they just swap the shit toppings around. Because look at Sheik's analysis, man. Left wing back centre back, wing back, centre back, hoofball.
Hey, it's working, Leon, man. Because our expected goals over the 3 games is 7.
Imagine our goalkeeper through hoofing the ball created our best chance of the game against Fulham.
Against
that was
Fulham.
a part of it, man. That was a part
against Fulham too.
Binder, Eddie, you remember this? Binder played that one over the top ball to Cunha, and Cunha takes an exceptional touch. Why? Because Cunha is a good player. This is my whole fucking point. It's nothing crazy. Cunha is a good fucking player. Like, of course he's gonna take a touch like that. Is that a chance created by Ruben?
You don't even play at 9. You don't even play at 9 who can actually take the hoof pass.
Yes.
You play Lord knows who, and then the one time you play Xerxes and you hoof it into him, he lays it off to Dallo, who then scores, who then puts it in for Emblemo. And the manager doesn't think at any point in time, I should probably replicate that. He thinks
I just don't understand how it's the same.
I should play my
an exceptional player.
Ruben, Ruben Amrin's trying to tell me that he needs better players to do the same shit he did last year. What was the same shit he did last year? Hoof the ball to Højlund. Why did we shit on Højlund all the time? Because he didn't know how to control the ball. We used to shit on him all the time for that. So you're telling me that we signed Sesko for 70 million for him to do the same thing? All he has to do is just hold up the ball. Are we actually going to try to create channels, passes for him to run in behind, cross the ball a little bit more so that we can use him for his aerial strengths? We all talked about against Burnley.
Well. Sorry to cut you off. The reason why XG is so high as well, it's nonsense, because when you get a penalty, that adds to your XG a lot.
You know what the craziest thing is too, Flawless? I can pass the ball to you at the edge of the box and you take a shot. That's a chance created.
Yes, that is also true, yes.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like,
let's see. Penalty add to XG.
It's stuff like this, man.
Let's have a look, man. How much does a penalty add to XG?
When I hear all these XG possession, all this type of stuff,
approximately 0.76, 0.7.
This is depressing, man.
When I hear XG possession, all these type of stats, they're just to kind of hide the fact that we're losing games. That's literally it. Or we're not getting results. Do you ever see Liverpool last season? Did you ever hear Liverpool last season talk about XG? Did Liverpool?
Yeah, Chris, separate. Stop throwing it into all 3 games and separate it, because the Burnley game is the major difference.
Chris still got in there. Jeez.
Nah, he took a time out and then came back. Sorry, go on.
No, but it's just like, if you look over Liverpool's game last year against PSG in France, when they had all those chances and had a 1-0 lead, do you think they were sitting there talking about XG? Doesn't fucking matter, bro. It's about results. It's about finding a way to win. I don't care if we had 15 XG in a game, but we didn't win. What's the point? We're going to sit here and say, well, we're creating chances and we're doing this. I don't care.
This is what I'm saying.
We didn't win.
You think Diego Simeone gives a damn about XG?
Yeah, you think he cares about it? He probably loses every goddamn XG battle. Every fucking XG battle he loses.
XG battle, yo.
Do you know what? It's like any
process some Yu-Gi-Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It's like any process you do in life. Me and Chica building a house, and then it's like bomb. It's like, I'm boasting like, hammered up like 10 stud walls today, and you're looking at
Chica
like,
only
they're
did
all
like
shit.
6.
They're all shit. They're all shit.
Saying.
All of them. Do you know what I mean? But like, but I did 10 today. And it's like, but they're all shit.
But they're all shit. Exactly.
Yeah, start again.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, so our XG against Burnley, because Twisted Fate is asking, that's what makes it so it was 3.91. Yeah. That's why Chris is lumping it in together and not doing it separately.
And that makes sense,
before you go, 3.91 against Burnley. The XG against Fulham was 1.54, and the XG against Arsenal was 1.51.
I've got a stat for you. The manager's win rate. Let's talk about let's talk Chris. Let's go over through stats now.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Let's go there.
Let's not do that.
Let's not doing facts, yeah?
Let's go there.
Let's go.
Leon.
I'm about to jump out.
Leon, tell me if I'm wrong. Leon, tell me if I'm wrong.
He said, he putting chips on the table. I got mine, Playboy. That's what Leon said.
Leon, tell me if actually, I have a question for you guys on the panel. Who do you think has a better win rate percentage? Gary Neville at Valencia or Amorim at Manchester?
Oh, yeah, I know. Gary Neville's in that.
No way.
That is shocking, yeah.
Yeah, for the people that don't want to talk about all these type of things, Gary Neville, who we slated, all the time for his time at Valencia has a better win percentage than Ruben Amorim.
So if we're gonna go win percentage,
Or every manager
he's been
before
manager,
Ruben had that.
Hey, not to take us off topic, but the funniest moments about that whole Gary Neville experience in Valencia is when he would be getting packed out, and for some reason the dickhead cameraman would just zoom in on his face and show the score.
He just looks clueless. Bro, if you guys think Ruben Amorim was suffering, Gary Neville was suffering at Valencia. I'll tell you that. Every game would be like 4-5-0. Every game was like 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. The players are creating group chats cussing him out separately. Like they're creating separate group chats without Gary Neville and they're cussing him out. Like that's what they're doing.
And just to clarify, Chris, to add it all in, when you add in Europa League, his win percentage is 36%.
Oh shit!
Eddie wet himself, you know.
His win percentage, including Europa League, is 36%.
We don't have to include.
Chris mentioned it like, make sure we include Europe. So we include Europe.
No, but we don't have to include Europe because we're not in Europe
anymore. Was that Europa League last year?
Who went to Europe, bro?
Nah, Chris.
Chris
we're not.
No, we're not including Europe.
All the European matches too.
Why are we including Europe?
To try and improve it.
Yeah, but
that's why.
Yeah, I know.
To try to improve the narrative.
Might as well let's just include his Sporting win percentage too, where he won like 2-3 league titles, and obviously the
guess what? Our best 2 wins in Europa League were against shit teams.
We don't get.
We beat Lyon and Atletico. Yeah, they were so shit. Like there was no point in that Atletico Bilbao game. I thought they were even going to bother. They were so shit.
Bro, they were so shit. Real Sociedad. I said this about Zubimendi, and I said
don't do that, Chris. We included it. It's 36% a good return. That's why I'm asking you. It's 30%. It's 36% win rate a good return. And I rate most of the squad. Yes. The problem is I don't rate most of the players.
Can we bring up another stat?
Go on, of course.
I don't know if I want to do this.
Can we bring No, flawless. Can we bring up back-to-back games?
Oh my god.
What? Oh mate, when's the last time they done that?
I think that's a 0%.
No, because
when's the last time?
Okay, wait, no, I'll do this. I'll kill this dead for Chris.
Can we make a promise though? If we're gonna do this one, can we not do the goals? I can't take the goals one on top of this.
I'll do this.
No, we're not gonna do that this stream. We'll do it on the next one. My brain's
Chris, question for you, Chris. Chris, question for you. Last season, who had a better squad, Wolves or Manchester United? Simple question. Just a question for you, Chris. Who had a better squad last season, Wolves or Manchester United? Just a simple question.
That is a good question, to be honest.
What do you guys think? Who had a better squad? Wolves
I think Manchester United personally had a better squad than Wolves.
Right. Chris, you said United. Okay, cool. So why is it that Wolves won 6 games in a row and United couldn't win 2 back-to-back? Oh, and also, can I do you guys one more favor? Wolves play the same system.
Yeah, they actually do.
Yeah. Wolves play the same system. So
oh shit.
Yeah, hey, see how it's crickets now. It's crickets now. No more questions, no more stats. What'll happen to XG and possession? Who had better XG and possession last year? Wolves or Manchester United? It doesn't fucking matter because they won 6 games in a row. And guess what? They had one of the players
and they
from them now. Yeah, and they shit now.
No, good. Damn.
Shit now.
Like, bro, what are you? God damn. What are we doing?
Smack my water out, blood.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. See, Chris, I ain't seen you say anything after United.
Would that question? Would that if we beat Grimsby and then we beat Burnley, would that would it kind of
keep reminding me of
for the back-to-back?
Big up Chris, man. Big up.
Eddie said the word Grimsby, man. Trauma for PTSD, man.
I swear to God, I thought it was like a Harry Potter cosplay kind of joint. It's the most UK shit I ever heard. It's the most UK shit I ever heard.
Include Europe and you're no more than 2 wins in a row is bunk back. I thought you had a meeting to go to, Chris.
Like imagine
the block, man.
Before you had a meeting to go to. Like, what are we talking
The
about?
most
Man always want to
American-
exclude. Man always want to exclude your. No, we're talking about the Premier League. It's horrendous. Man want to defend the manager not actually getting 2 wins in a row. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you have to contend with.
no,
People
you
want to
gotta-
back this.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Listen now. Listen. Some things you can't defend. Some things.
Oh, didn't win 2 wins in a row, but it's debunked because of Europe.
Yeah,
man. Man didn't win 2 games. Man's got a 24% win rate in the league. You know, a man will defend it.
Imagine bringing up Europe after you lost the final to Tottenham Hotspur and just neglecting to bring that point into. You want to bring up Let's bring up Europe, brother. We lost in a final to Tottenham Hotspur.
That was the end for me, bro.
Yeah, which was stated. Yeah, we exactly twisted fate. We stated we're talking specifically about the Premier League.
Oh, okay. That's always okay.
Even if he would have won the Europa League, that's still horrendous. Stat. He could have won the Europa League.
For
he could have won the FA Cup. He could have won He could have won all 3, and it's still an absolutely god awful stat.
I'm that type, Flawless. If you bring me a trophy, I ain't saying shit else. But you brought me a trophy.
No, I'm still crashing on you.
I'm still saying he needs to get sacked. Yeah, he still needed to go.
10 Hag bought us trophies and broke every bad record known to man before this guy.
It's not Europe though.
True, but still, you still gotta win it. You still can't go. You still can't have a 24% win rate in the league.
Shit, you bring me European, bro.
But you know what we say though, Eddie, right? Like it's always the league is your measure for progression as a squad, whereas we can see that teams can try to do well in one-off type of games, which we pretty much
imagine like scumbags anyway.
Years, yeah. Like we scammed our way to the final last year. We scammed our way to the FA Cup final. We scammed our way in the final. We scammed the final itself. Oh, actually, no, we played better than City in that FA Cup final. But yeah, like we do that all the time. But the league is where it's like your progression, like where you actually see patterns, consistency, all those type of things where you can take those things to those European games and then try to get results out of that. But it was just like, I just don't understand how it was just two completely different things. Like in the Europa League, yes, the opposition that we were facing was not good. And I thought they would be a lot better. But how is it that like you're beating Atletico Bilbao 3-0 away from home and you're beating them like 4-1 and shit at home? But then when it comes to like, a Premier League side away from home or at home, we're struggling like pretty bad.
Level of competition. That was the most glaring thing about that entire European process last season was how shit the Europa League had been.
But do you also think it's maybe to glare that this system and the way that he sets up does not work in the Premier League, but can work against other sides in different leagues?
Of course, because you could watch the games. You can watch the games and see that our athleticism and our intensity were 2 things that teams could not match up with. And then once we saw a Prem team who was familiar with that's shit, true. Nothing was working.
When we went up, like when we took that midfield against a Prem side, we struggled. But when we played against Real Sociedad, like Zubimendi, we played well.
Athletic Club, the only one who had the comparable athletes was Leon, and see, shout out to Leon on the channel too. We was up. He was up. And fucking Onana.
We struggled in that second leg.
Onana was the funniest thing too, but that's another discussion. Oh my god!
I ain't seen Flawless crash out. Flawless was crashing out that game.
Bro,
Leon game, second
the
leg.
Man told you.
I never seen Flawless
when
crash
another
out.
When another man tells you you are the worst goalkeeper Manchester United has probably ever seen. Something with that, listen, I don't care what happened. That African DNA need to kick in, and that vibranium need to course through your veins, and you need to do something.
Eddie, you know what's funny? Eddie, you know what's funny? So there's been reports apparently that this same goalkeeper, he asked for a contract extension before the start of the season.
Stop playing with me.
No, I'm not. I actually heard reports of this.
No.
He asked for a contract extension.
No, I feel. We're not doing that. Yeah, next question. False. Next question.
I did not say that.
Next question, bro.
Well, it's not even a question. It was just, I'm just like, there's been reports. There's been reports that he asked for a contract extension. He did.
So essentially, what you man are saying is this transfer window is ultimately a failure because we won't be able to even utilize these players with this manager.
To to an extent, yeah, we won't get everything. We won't get everything from this transfer window we're supposed to because of the manager. Yes, because I look at the team and as much as I don't rate certain players, it's better than it's performing and it's better than most in the Premier League.
So what you're saying is it doesn't matter what players you bring this guy, he's not going to use the team properly. He's not going to set them out properly. There's no system. There's no nothing.
Unless you bring him all like 24 good players and get rid of all the bad players, then yeah. Because I was saying all during.
Even if you do that, I don't think you could do shit.
We're operating.
This manager can't do shit.
We're operating at like 40%, and that gap is because the manager doesn't know who he has at his disposal. Doesn't know any system. Like, again, if you just set up defensively in a way to where you're not exposed, because if you watch us play, the gap between the center backs and the wing backs is being exploited. The gap between the center backs and the midfield is being exploited. Like, the midfield in general is being exploited. So if I can see this, and they don't pay me to see this, and you got Marco Silva coming out talking about how idiotic, in a nice way, because again, it's a Portuguese brotherhood shit going on. Because you could have really told people like, yo, how dumb this manager is. Yeah. Like Thomas Frank. If you ever people, shout out Green Goblin. Watch Green Goblin talk about Ten Hag's football. You know, you'll see something. You'll see it in his eyes, bro. How much he's disappointed and that he lost his game. The other brother, Silva, was just like, oh, we played this way, and then you do this, and yeah, they're exposed. He was nice about it.
It's like when Pep, before playing us, he would be like, oh, Manchester United, I think they're going to be back soon, and they're playing very good football, and then he'd slap us. He'd absolutely slap us in the game. Like, it's just
he was the worst. He's actually the worst.
I have fucking hated him for that. He'd always gaslight everyone and be like, oh, look at Pep is praising Manchester United, and then all of a sudden he slaps us like 6-3.
He's like, he was like Don King. He was like Don King when he used to set up them tomato fights for Mike Tyson. That's all.
Like, yeah, man.
He's like, have you seen this brother? Have you seen this brother when he's shadow boxing? He about to go up against Mike Tyson, give him all kinds of hell.
Yeah, he's gonna get Mike Tyson brother and knocks him out.
The first round.
Like yep. First round knocks him out. Exactly. And Marco Silva was doing the same thing. He was just basically in a polite way saying that he made Ruben Amorim his bitch in that game, in that second half. Because he knew exactly what he was doing. Just said it in a polite way.
I'm getting talked about how easy it is to play against United by fucking Iwobi of all people.
Yes.
Iwobi.
Hey, but we had 7 XG, man, across 3 games, so it's all well and good.
That's crazy for us.
That's what man told me in the chat. We got 7 XG against Arsenal, Fulham, and Burnley. And it don't matter, we ain't won 2 Premier League games in a row because we won 2 games in a row in the Europa League. So that makes it all right.
Cold world.
Again, people, it's going to be a long-ass season. I'll tell you that much right now, man. It's going to be a long-ass season. United fans strapping until this manager sacked, and then they have to then go and get the right guy. What did they do? Did they go get into it? Did they go and get a man? Is it a Glasner? Is it a Areola? Did he go get a
What's the deal? So I heard that Glasner was damn near about to join us if Guehi went to
the report said that he was going to quit if they sold Guehi.
He's going to quit if they sold Guehi.
That's apparently. But I'm hearing rumors that, I don't know how true this is. Chat, let me know that he turned down Leverkusen.
Yeah, I heard about that too. There's been like reports that apparently he's eyeing this job. He's eyeing this United job.
He's smart. He is.
Yeah,
of course. And we know what, we'll probably go and get him. But you know what's crazy? If it is October, November, I don't want to get him.
No.
Let me ask you guys this though. I like Glasner, but do you guys want to continue with the same system, or do you want to revert back?
I've never minded.
Because Glasner will be the same system.
Can I be real?
Yeah.
I
think we need to revert. We need to
go back. I think we're overanalyzing it.
Back to basics.
I think the basic level of it is I do like a back 4 and a 3, but the basic level of it is we need our first coach since Louis van Gaal. It's that simple for me. We haven't had a coach. We have not had a coach since that time.
He looks like a coach, but then again, we thought that Amorim and Ten Hag were going to do better.
Look, if the next guy takes us to top 6 and the players coach better and they're more confident and stuff, and then it doesn't work out, I'm cool. That's all I need. People are overcomplicating this shit.
Bring Ragnick back, blood.
No coach. We don't even score positive goal difference. So many basics to do here first.
We got XG,
for sure. Me personally, though, like I like Glasner as a manager for sure.
What you mean? Fuck this.
Me personally, though, I'm like, I just.
Yo, Leon.
Leon's gone. He left.
This guy.
Hey, what happened? Where's he gone back?
Because he said we got negative goal difference. I said we got XG. That's 7, man, across the.
I just turned my head for 1 second. It just vanished, man.
You can't argue with the facts, Leon, man. We got 7 XG across 3 games.
Yeah, one of them includes a relegation side.
This XG gate is disgusting. I'm sick of it.
It's like us last season saying we had like 7 XG against Ipswich, Southampton, and the other relegation side we beat at home. Well done, Ruben Amorim. You had a great XG against 3 championship fucking sides. Like, very well done. Like, are we supposed to sit here and applaud that type of shit? No, like, I don't fucking care.
I think Ineos is recruiting specifically, and if that's the case, then I think they'll decide to go with Glasner. Here's my thing is with this, whether it's Glasner or whether it's Ariola, whether it's whoever the manager is, you gotta show me when you get here. I don't trust the next manager. Yo, Manchester United pressure is different. I don't trust the next Manchester United manager, whoever that is, to come in and just drop the players who need to be dropped and just do the bait. Dude, you know what? Go as far.
We're just so scarred from that. Yeah, we are so scarred from.
Do the basics. Like, yo, Glasgow comes here and he's like, yo, Bruno's my guy, or Maguire's my guy, or Shaw's my guy, or I want Hoyland back, or Mount's my guy, or some nonsense like that.
Bro, their lineups look like, like on FIFA when you play FIFA, and you don't have like when like 78s and 79 overalls are playing right back and center back, when you have all the 86s on the bench. Like, that's what our lineup looks like every single time with the Man United, man.
Like, I'm just saying,
just play everyone in their positions, man, and play the best fucking lineup instead of putting 79
yeah,
78.
did you not see what Randy said?
What do you say?
He's like, the sporting director sets the style of play and the coach must adapt while sharing that DNA. Look at Barca. Every coach plays the Barca way. Flick just added more directness at Leipzig. I signed coaches who fit the Leipzig way.
Because we don't have it, and I agree with that. The club. I'm tired of managers joining Manchester United and them dictating to us how we play. If we're a back 3 club, cool. I have no issue with that.
What has Man United always been?
But go and get.
You know what it is. That 4-4-2.
Yeah, 4-4-2.
He was initially, but even then, but we lost that like after because Fergie switched it up. He didn't play. Obviously, it was never a back 3, but we didn't play 4-4-2 the entire time Fergie was here. There was 4-4-2. Then it would have changed, and it was like at times it was a 4-4-1-1. At times we went 4-5-1.
Yeah, after Tevez left,
at times
and Ronaldo too. When he left, we switched things up. Yeah,
and I have no issue with managers adapting. My problem is that the general philosophy and the certain non-negotiables that should be like Pep hasn't played the exact same way he's been at City, but there's certain things
I got a non-negotiable for sure. In every Manchester United team, there should be at least one player starting who I fear getting into a bar fight with. When I look at this United club, team right now, who is that? Who is that?
I think, you know what, who we've got that with? I think Cunha's that. I'm not going to lie, yo. I think Cunha's that.
Yeah,
like, when I see him in the Brentford mention now, I was like, all right, get
okay, my apologies. I forgot about my brother.
I have a funny feeling that
he had a red card last season because he had a red card last season because he just like grabbed someone's neck and
he was wilding out in the FA
Cup. He slapped
the bench.
Whole...
Yeah, he slapped someone in the bench.
But he's also the type where like he's also the type where if you piss him off in a game, he like responds with like a goal or an assist or something like that. Because I've seen him do that last year.
Yeah,
where some player pissed him off and then he bins it.
That was Rooney, blood.
Yeah, who do you reckon's the quiet one that just is on smoke? Because there's always one brother that says nothing and then you just see him just smoking, man. Do you reckon it's like Dorgu or do you reckon it's like Ahmad or Mbeumo? Like, who do you
I'd
think
say it's like Xerxes. Someone like Xerxes.
Xerxes, you think he just literally swing out? No, I can't see it with him. Might be Dorgu.
He seems like a talk it out brother.
Yeah, Xerxes might be a Dorgu, you know.
Dorgu might be that guy that just comes up, says nothing, just thumps you and you go.
Dorgu, hey man, short dreads, you're on the list. I'm not gonna lie to you. Short dreads, you're on the list.
Chief Keeper.
Yeah, you're on the list. You're on the list.
Wakanda power, man. I'm telling you, it might be Dorgu, yo. Like
Thank God we got rid of Hoyland. Hoyland's the guy that cries and it doesn't help anybody. Like, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tom Heaton. I think Tom Heaton fits the bill.
Yo, Tom Heaton probably would.
I think Delit, you know. I think Delit. Don't know if he can swing by man up, but I think he backs it still.
Bruh, the funny you heard about the Delit's ex-wife?
No,
the funniest thing, apparently she started getting into witchcraft. He said, "No, I got to get up out of here." So
That's
hilarious.
Crazy.
Oh shit! Should I do stones and that?
I'm already
Yeah.
in Manchester United. Last thing I
Crystals
want
and
That's what he said. He's like, they said he moved the fuck out. He came back, went back to the crib, bro. She had sticks and shit in the circle. He was like,
I don't blame him, bro.
I'll do the same shit.
In regards to it, we're running jokes about it.
That disappearing meme and that.
You need that in your team. That's why I'm glad that we did sign the likes of Cunha, for example. You need some of that fight and grit in your team.
No, but let me tell you another thing, Eddie. Man United were never pussies. They always took risks. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Now we don't do that. And teams do not fear us, bro, because we don't just switch it up. Last half an hour of the game, just go nuts, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what Fergie used to do.
We had Vidic.
We put on defenders now, blood.
Was slanted to the left, homie. Vidic's whole
That's what I'm saying. Vidic put his head.
Because here's the thing is,
we need somebody with cauliflower ear on our team ASAP right now, bro.
Yeah,
and you add into that as well is because a team is in the manager's image, and the manager is an absolute basket case. He's an emotional wreck. Can't watch penalties against.
And he's a pussy.
Always looking absolutely stressed on the touchline. This guy, stand up, man. Why are you always on your knees?
And look at like Mourinho's teams. You guys have probably seen like the All or Nothing, the Tottenham series, where he always would tell them to go out there and just be like assholes and stop being like kids and stop crying and go out there and be a bastard, you know, like go out there and actually like fucking win every challenge, all those type of things, and you win games. And that's the mentality that, you know, a coach would try to instill into, you know, the team. But there's no point discussing this with Manchester United when we have Bruno Fernandes. Like if there's a fight going on,
now because he makes a great point.
Yeah,
Bruno definitely running to the manager.
Yeah, he's running to the bartender. He's calling the cops. He's calling the cops. He's calling them, and they're coming and they're breaking off this fight because I guess he's that type of guy. But yeah, it's just, why can't we have like I look at Newcastle and they have like evolution in their midfield. They have Triple H, Batista, Randy Orton, and Ric Flair. Like they have all four of them in their midfield. Like they have all bro, it's crazy.
They not here for the pictures. Dan Burn got teeth pointing in all different kinds of directions. He is there to play football.
Bro, we need Brock Lesnar's in our team, man. We need Brock Lesnar.
Which wrestlers have we got in our team now? We got some weak brothers.
Apparently,
you know what we got? Now we got them wrestlers who don't have no entrance music. It comes back from an advert and they're already in the ring. Yeah. That's what we got.
We got Paul Bearer and that, man.
Paul Bearer, man. Them guys, you know what? It would go to an advert and then they got some random guy in the ring.
We got a bunch of hornswoggles, bro. That's what we have.
Every time Dan Burn takes a bite out of bread, it looks like polka dots. That's every time, man.
I'm sorry,
that's what it is. Now we don't even have Eugene Hornswoggle and Paul Heyman because they're like they at least Paul Heyman can talk. Like Hornswoggle's in some entertaining matches. So was Eugene. We are them NPCs that nobody knows. This comes out in just the regular jobbers, the regular tights. No one knows who they are. The referee announced them and they get beaten like 4 seconds. Them squash matches. That's who we are.
It's like these guys don't even have they don't even have entrances.
No entrance music.
They don't even have entrances. Yeah, literally, they're just in the ring.
No, because at least Santino Morella got some personality. This team got no personality.
Zero. Not at all.
No personality. We don't have no entrance music. We ain't got stuff.
You look at it. Joe Linton was an extra as a child in the City of God. I swear to God. True story.
You lot continue to run up the like, hit the subscribe button before we close out as well. But in regards to the manager, I'm not fussed if it is a back three or a back four manager. I just want us to have, again, a clear identity and a clear plan with the next manager. That's what I would like us to do.
That's the.
So if you are going the back three way and you decide to go get Glasner, cool. But then the manager after Glasner should also be a back three manager if that's the case. Whereas if you're going to a back four, how do you want to play? Like what Ragnick said. The quotes that Dan said, that Ragnick said, is correct. Like the club should have a style. Yes, you don't stick to it completely rigid, but Manchester City have
soft, man. Don't be soft.
Right, Manchester City have a style, but Pep don't play the exact same way that he's been here. Is it 8-9 years? However long you switched it up, but it's still like all his football teams are still technically sound and keep the ball well.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's our quickest way to success. If we've established an identity, something consistent about the way we approach every game.
Yeah.
The mentality of this team would change, but again, when you're dealing with emotional instability in people, I'm just gonna leave it at that. When you're dealing with emotional instability, there is nothing you can do to prepare for the next day.
Yeah.
You can psych yourself up. You can say all this, say all that to yourself. You will never know what to expect, man.
That's where the issue lies. It really does. It's fucking joke, man. Let's just be real. Joke. It is an absolute joke. But yo, Dan,
Man.
let them know what you got coming up, where they can find you, all that good stuff, fam.
Yeah, big up to everyone, man. Big up the chat as always, man. Smash a like on the video and that. Don't forget on your way out. Big up Flawless and the panel. Leon, Eddie, Sheik, Sarkaz and Sete. Big up. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm cooking some shit. I'm just not gonna talk too much. Just gonna be like surprise, motherfucker. And then you'll see. But yeah, man. Big up to everyone. Yeah, bro.
Every
See you on
time.
the next one.
Hey, Sheik, shout out your channel. Let them know what you got coming up, all that good stuff, man.
Yeah, big up to everyone, man. Shout out to the panel, Leon, Eddie, Dan, Flawless. Thank you for having me on it once again, Flawless. Big up to the chat. Make sure you guys run up the likes, subscribe. You guys can find me over on Sheik TV. We'll be live for Mud Brothers later today. Should be at 8 p.m. UK time. So we'll have the panelists. We're going to be doing our Premier League predictions after the transfer window is closed. We already did one before, but this is kind of be like our final predictions, and we'll hear everyone else's thoughts on their transfer windows and stuff like that. But Sheik TV is where you can find me. And then tomorrow I'll finally do it, and I was planning on doing it for a while, but I will do the 1K subscriber party tomorrow. And then
you doing it tomorrow? What time?
Probably at 8 p.m. UK or 9 p.m. UK. Yeah, one of the two. And then we'll do. We're also gonna have the fan calling show tomorrow because I haven't done that for a while too. So we'll have the fan calling show back again. Stoppage time with Sheik. Make sure you guys go check that out as well. And yeah, Sheik TV is where you guys can find me, people. Road to 2K. Big up to
Sheik
everyone.
TV, links underneath in the description. Congrats again on 1K. Thoroughly deserved, man. Hey, Leon, what you got going on? A whole heap of things. Boxing promoter, running clubs, the whole nine, man. Leon out here.
Yeah, man.
For real? Leon out here putting in work. Oh, you think he's there? Yo, Leon, you there? I think he's still flabbergasted by United having
trying to one of his gals, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Eddie. What are you saying, man? Anything you want to add, fam?
Oh man, I always love shout out to my dogs, Leon, Dan, Sheik, Flawless every time, man. You know, we got at least at this point, we got 2 weeks decompressing, and unfortunately, one day away. One more day, unfortunately.
One more day away from what? What was one more day?
The contract.
Oh, yeah.
The contract is up, man. The contract is up. So I'll have to turn in my badge, my keyboard, all the stuff, man. It's tough, man.
You gotta empty out the office, bro. You gotta empty out the office.
Gotta empty out the office, man. It is what it is, man. I'm back to looking for employment. So, shout out to my dogs, man. Every time.
Hey, Leon, man, let them know what you got coming up. You got a lot going on over there. Boxing side of things, running club, the whole nine.
Yeah, the boxing show's a little bit quiet. We're building it back up, but yeah, run clubs is just thriving right now. Do you know what I mean? So we're doing some things, but
love that, bro.
Yeah, your run, from what I be seeing, your run club is always thriving, my boy. It's always
popping. Do you know what?
I'm moving like Forrest Gump and that.
They're different. This guy. I'm about to do a half marathon still, but yeah. Do you know what?
Hey, shout out to you, man. That's major.
We're gonna run it with a speaker. We're gonna run it with a big speaker backpack. Mad thing, party time. But yeah,
let's go, man.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, inspired by people that made running and shit, man. It's killing it in money, and then like people in like my brethrens at London, Run Park, Acre Palm, Rock Up. So it's good. The scene's good right now. But at the end of the day, look, we're just trying to bring people together because you can go out and get pissed every weekend, or you can actually have some good connections. And people are starting to do business together and shit. So that's what it's all about. Do you know what I mean? But look, I can't shout myself out. I got to shout the community out. There's some sick people in there. Do you know what I mean? There's a few United fans. I'm trying to think who they are. A few Forest fans. There's a few like us now. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's one of them. Let's just hope that Arsenal Do you know what? Liverpool just gave them an excuse to moan again for me thinking about it, because I was saying to them, you have to win the league this year. There's no excuse of it.
Oh, now they're going to do what United
now they've done
do.
the ESAT thing. They're like, oh, they signed ESAT, so we can't win it.
They're going to make excuses. It's going to be excuses, man.
You should go win that.
Excuses. Nasty, bro. Nasty.
Same way with us, there'll be excuses. But yeah, you lot, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. I'm on live with Rants in 5 minutes, so we're going to read out. Back live later on today, 11:30 p.m. I'll be back with Veta United City show as well. But subscribe to Sheik's channel. Follow what Leon's doing. Follow what Danny's doing as well. Big up, love to everyone that has locked in. ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.